I am not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ. Hey there, how you doing? My name's Tim Robertson, and thank you for continuing this journey that we're calling God Truth. The Apostle Paul said he is not ashamed of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and we as Christians should not be ashamed. We hold the truth that holds the world together. We know Jesus, and Jesus is the truth. So what happens when a nation sways from the truth? Paul lays out this guidelines in Romans chapter 1 of how nations decline. In verse 18, he says, "For the wrath of God is revealed from heaven against all ungodliness and unrighteousness of men who suppress the truth in unrighteousness." So we see the first stage is the suppression of the truth. They say they suppress the truth. We live in a very cancel culture. We live in a world of fake news. The enemy cannot let the truth get out. But in verse 20, it says that, "For since the creation of the world, his invisible attributes are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his eternal power and Godhead." It says the attributes of God are clearly seen, but thanks to fake news, they're never reported. Verse 21 says that although they knew God, they did not glorify him as God. Neither were thankful, but become futile in their thoughts, and their foolish hearts were darkened. Professing to be wise, they became fools, and changed the glory of the incorruptible God into an image made into corruptible man. So we see the next step is to change the roles of God and man. That is the basis of secular humanism, that man is God, that man created God and not the other way around. Let's journey along through this progression. In verse 25, it says, "They exchanged the truth of God for a lie, and worship the creature rather than the Creator." So you see the progression. They suppressed the truth, they didn't glorify the truth, and now they have exchanged the truth for a lie. What is that lie? That man is superior to God. And when man thinks he's God, verse 26 says, "For this reason God gave them up to vile passions. For even their women exchange the natural use for what is against nature." So we see as truth is suppressed, turned into a lie, man becomes God, we see a moral and sexual decline. You'll see in the Bible it always starts with sexual immorality, and then there's a fall of the nation. In verse 28 it says, "Even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, God gave them over to a reprobate or debased mind." That word reprobate or debased means morally corrupt, foreordained to damnation, rejected as worthless. When nations and men reject the truth, they become reprobate. And this is what a reprobate nation looks like. Verse 29. "Being filled with all unrighteousness, sexual immorality, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, evil-mindedness. There are whisperers, backbiters, haters, violent, proud, boasters, inventor of evil things, disobedient to parents, undiscerning, untrustworthy, unloving, unforgiving, unmerciful, who, knowing the righteous judgment of God, that those who practice such things are deserving of death, not only do the same, but approve of those that practice them." So you see that throughout the nation. It says, we not only do the same, but we approve or put our approval on those things. What happens to a nation when they sway from the truth? They become reprobate. So is that the world you want to live in? All a nation has to do to demise itself is to sway from the truth. Something to ponder on. And in the meantime, we want you to stay blessed and live free.